Hi guys, Bobby here. You guys have requested it. Here it is, the Koleos 4-wheel drive. First off, if you're not put off by it, it's 200,000 ringgit. Okay? Now, if you judge it from a brand positioning basis, okay, if you look at, the CRV, the CX-5 and all that, just accept the fact that this is a European mark and different tax structure and all that, and it's 2.5 liters and fully loaded, so it ended up 200,000. Okay, but on the size scale, this is larger than the CX-5. This is also larger than the Peugeot 3008. Okay, it is the same size as the CRV, if not slightly larger on exterior basis. In terms of design, I think this is one of the best looking SUVs out there now. The CX-5 is very sharp, is very handsome, but it's very compact as well. It doesn't carry the road presence as this car does, because this car is big. It has a long hood. Look at it, right? The proportions are perfect. In fact, actually the X-Trail has a perfect proportion as well. So this car being based on the X-Trail, of course it carries the same thing, but I like the European-esque stylistic things that they put into this car. All right, this car is built in South Korea with a joint venture between Renault, Samsung or something like that. Okay, you know, there are Samsung cars in Korea. Okay, now look at the front. It's beautiful. I think this is prettier than the Audi Q5. It is matching to even the Mercedes GLC in terms of design. It is rather handsome. Okay, and I love this new corporate grille from Renault. Now this thing, those of you who are not so adventurous, you will feel that, oh my god, what is that? That is gaudy. But if it comes without it, it will look like a Tiguan or a Passat on stilts. Oh shit, if I cover this is Passat B8. Exactly like Passat B8. Anyway, if I remove it, yeah. And at night, this DRL is beautiful. Okay, look at the front hoods. It's a very muscular, handsome, refined design. All right, and this part as well. Okay, and I love how they designed the hood. It's clamshell. Now, just now I was showing the Mazda CX-5. Because of the way the hood is designed, the top part of the hood is the most outward position, so they have to do a cut line running across the front so that they can put plastics at the front to hit the idiot who crossed the road without looking. Now, this car, it has a bulging grille. Look at that. The grille part is the most outward part that will hit the idiot who crossed the road without looking. That's why the hood can be totally metal and they don't need a cut line, that ugly cut line that I hate that cut line in cars, but unfortunately some cars just couldn't avoid it because of pedestrian crash regulations. Okay, you have this chrome strip that runs across here. This is a fake grille. I would have preferred if they designed something here with a proud Renault badge and then a signal light, something like that. Then it will give this a purpose instead of just being something fake there. All right, come to the back. It is also very good looking. You have the rear lights that extends outward and then flanking the Koleos word, and it's a good looking design. Now down here, those are not fake exhaust, they are exhaust look-alike stuffs that car makers like to put at the back now to garnish it, and it's just covered. It's just there, but the whole chrome thingy, the chrome lines that connects left to right, the lights that does this, it makes the rear look wider than taller. So these are common design cues. So you can see here, it denotes 4-wheel drive, and okay, it's a power boot. Now the boot is slightly deeper and taller than that of the Mazda CX-5s, and then these parts, they didn't cover it up so that you can use the space. Some reviewers will say that, oh, it's not square. How do you square off the wheel arch? You either cover it so that it looks square, or you let people use the space that is available. Okay, there are some hook points over here where you can put your tapaos and all that, and then you can pull this lever to drop the seats down. For here, you have the spare wheels underneath, and then this foam here, I think it's it's okay. Everybody has their different approach, and this is some soundproofing material as well. Heavy, chunky, but I don't see any way of holding it in place. Okay, not many car makers thought of it. Subaru has a little hook. You can take out a hook and hang it over here. Very, very clever. Some car makers are unnecessary. They put a strut there. I think the hook thing is just fine. Okay, this one, wow, it's rather wide. So if it's wide, it's easy for you to do this. It's just easy. You don't need to like completely follow the trails. Okay, and it's alright. I don't think I've seen some where the tonneau cover, when you went into a pothole and then bounce, the whole thing just goes in. This one, I don't think it will. It's rather sturdy. Can I store the tonneau cover underneath here? Nope. If they spend some little effort to have a cut here, a gap here, this thing as well, and then this one move in slightly, I see space available. If they give it some thought, if they have a cut over here, a gap over here, and then which car was it? They slant the rear tires. The spare tire was placed like this. I think it's Subaru. The rear tires were placed like this so that you can put the tonneau cover across it. This one, unfortunately, you can't. But this opening is wide enough for you to take it out here and put it there if you need more luggage space. But that also means that the tonneau cover is not secured. Okay, let's pull this back and close the boot. Let's come to the rear seats, and immediately you can tell it's way more spacious than the CX-5. I can do this like how I can do it in the CR-V. There's a mosquito. And look at the amount of room I have. I am 5'11", and I have about a palm of headroom. I have loads of knee room and loads of room. And this thing is nice. It's four-wheel drive, but the center tunnel is very low. And then from the seat back to the seat rails, there's enough place to put my size 11 foot. Okay, size 13. I think you could be able to. What is that? Stop vehicle. It's stop, but what are you doing? Anyway, two USB ports, 12-volt charger socket at the back here. Aircon vents, lovely. Pull this down. Well. If Cayenne does this, I have no complaint on anybody who does this anymore, okay? But that shows Mazda puts in a lot of effort, okay? You have ISOFIX at the back here. The seats are very comfortable. And the door pockets, you can put large bottles at the back there. I better start the car, it's so warm. Ugh. Shut up. And the plastics, they are one grade lower than what can be found in the CX-5 and even the CR-V, okay? The lower plastics are one grade lower. That is the same case as the X-Trail as well. But as you move up here, it's alright. The material qualities are alright. It's well fitted, sturdy, and these are soft touch like materials. It's okay, okay? There's nothing that is loose fitting and all that. And Renault's have, to me, has always been rather reliable. Their cars are reliable. Okay, so don't believe the British saying French cars are not reliable and all that. They are the ones who don't know how to make cars, the Brits. Rubberized here, 12-volt socket. And this is, again, in my previous video, I think I stated it, is unnecessary to dictate how we use the cup holders. It's a waste of space when you do this, and it's not removable, and it's just not clever enough. This is alright, unnecessarily designed, but never mind. It feels rubberized, so your things won't slide. I just find this is wasted. They should have checked out the Tiguan. The Tiguan has the cleverest cup holder compartment that I've seen. Square, push the buttons, out comes that thing, and it's variable, so that is really clever. This guy here is slidable, but only slightly, so it's okay, but it's rather hard to reach that lever. Is very inbound. Inside here, there's nothing much. two USB ports, one SD card slot, and it's carpeted. Okay, so that's pretty good as well. And I like cars with this compartment, except that and USB ports in here, very nice. Okay, some cars put USB ports here is a good effort when you have USB ports here, but the cables will be running around here. So but give and take, I mean, I think it's all right. This one, does it have any cable pass through? Let me check. Yes, it does. Very narrow, but there are cable pass-throughs. Okay, so that's the interior of the Koleos, and I think the seats are comfortable enough. The door cards are reasonable in terms of plastic material quality, and it's just this guy here. It has a very large screen. By right, it's good. I mean, I think it's all right. How do I? Okay, it's not haptic feedback. Anyway, can I turn it on? Okay, and where's the volume knob? Okay, the volume is here. So it's not the best example when it comes to user friendliness, but it's dead simple enough in terms of its presentation and layout. Just that sometimes certain things are not grouped properly in the folders they should be in. So like what we showed the other day, in terms of changing the color and changing the design, is two different places. Okay, so you can play around with it. And this guy here is LCD, but they did not do much in terms of writing softwares that make use fully of this beautiful high resolution LCD screen, because it doesn't do anything more than showing what it's supposed to show there. That's it. Changing whatever modes, right? It's just the color, the slight design differences, the part where you need to display information. This guy here is only here, this small. So when you change different things, it's just this part changing. So I don't think they are that good in software. And but the response is fast enough. I think it's all right. And this part here, the buttons, I don't know, man. There's so much real estate here, but they just... Are you serious? How do I put it back? Oh dear. Oh dear, this is unnecessary. Well, these two are climate, and then you don't get to adjust the fan speed. You have to activate that to adjust the fan speed, which is a bit like the Volvo, but in terms of the graphic design and presentation, it's not as user-friendly as that of the Volvo. Okay, I just felt that this part, they could have put more larger buttons or something like that. And I guess that's about it. It's not carpeted inside here, but unlike their French peers, where they like to cut it half to have the fuse box over there, this one is alright, it's usable. Not the largest, but totally usable. And these guys are alright, they're large, it's okay. I just felt the headliner a bit hollow. That's what I felt. Okay, overall it's alright. It's just that it has everything. It's just in terms of usability, right, it's a bit on their own, you know, very different from other cars. If you expect, then you'll be like, oh, you need a learning curve. Alright, so that's the Koleos 4-wheel drive. How does the car drive? The car drives alright. It drives alright. Alright, that's the familiar Xtronic from Nissan. Okay, they are the same group. Sometimes I overshot, but overall I think it's not a big complaint. Okay, and cruise control, the controls are over here, but to activate it is over here. Yeah, these are some of the idiosyncrasies of this car. Okay, that's the Koleos. Cheers. I like the fact that the reverse camera is rather high res, and the lines actually corresponds with my steering input. So that is really good. Not many cars that directly compete with this guy does that. It's nice, and it has all-round sensors, and it doesn't alternate. It makes use of the height of the screen to display both information. So you have the sensors, the sonars. See that? The sonars are here, and then you have the screen here. So this is really good. Certain cars, right, like Volvos, when you go too near to something and you want to activate this camera instead, but the radar already activated the full screen proximity sensor, and then you are in a bit of a dilemma because you wanted the camera, you want to trust your eyes, but that thing comes up automatically. You close it and then you want to quickly go to the camera, but it detects the object, it hops back up and covering that. So that is the difference between them. I like this way of managing it because they cut the screen in half. Actually, a better way would be just have the whole screen being the rear, the view, be it 360 or reverse, and then you have the sonar, the proximity sensors overlay on top of the screen, just like a heads-up display that we have here, which this car doesn't, of course, given the segment. So yeah, that's about it. Cheers.
Okay, so we have Bobby here behind the wheel of the Koleos, all-wheel drive, 2.5 all-wheel drive. So just now I've driven the car, now Bobby is having a go in it. And what are your first impressions?
I just stepped off the CX-5 diesel.
Yeah.
So in my video I said the engine is fantastic, the gearbox is fantastic, the whole thing is fantastic. It's just you combine them together into a two-wheel drive package.
That thing needs another two wheels to distribute its
exactly right.
torque.
I mean, I'm not someone who always tell people that, oh, SUV must have four-wheel drive.
That's me. That's me. Yeah.
Because to me, I know a lot of people just drive normally. Like
Correct.
They don't need four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But you felt that.
Yeah, I think because the Mazda diesel, the engine has so much torque, right? You need that extra wheels to distribute the torque.
Totally agree with that in the Mazda diesel.
Yeah.
But if it were a 2 litre or 2.5 petrol, I'm fine with two-wheel drive.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay, so come back to this one. Okay, the Renault Koleos. This is the same 2.5 litre engine as you would find actually in the X-Trail.
X-Trail, okay.
In the X-Trail, 2.5 multi-point injection engine. So I remember driving the two-wheel drive model earlier when I was in Carlis, so link in the description section.
Yep.
I remember that the two-wheel drive version didn't feel as punchy as this one, the throttle response.
Yeah, this one is very immediate. That tells that the differences between an NA engine that gives you immediate response versus a diesel that has that slight lag is there.
Correct.
And that shows the difference. And then the sensation of this feeling, I mean, this car's underneath it is still the X-Trail, right?
Correct.
So immediately the steering feel cannot compare to the CX-5.
Nowhere near as close.
Suspension also cannot compare to the CX-5.
But it's comfortable enough, I would say.
It's comfortable enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, the CS5 is a very, very accomplished,
absolutely,
well-tuned package. But I think this car is a lot larger.
Oh, of course.
It is a lot larger than the CX-5. It's more spacious.
Way larger, way more spacious.
Yeah.
Don't forget, because the base platform was originally designed to accommodate a 7-seater.
Oh yeah.
But that being said, Renault does not have a 7-seater version of the Koleos.
They do not have anywhere else in the world.
No.
Oh.
Malaysia, the Koleos, Renault opted to develop only a 5-seater version.
Okay, just now as I turned, I kind of slipped my foot, and then I was checking. Oh, this one also doesn't have a proper footrest.
Yeah.
It has a half footrest.
It has a half footrest. Yeah. This is the footrest. You rest your foot you can only rest half of it on.
Yeah. Even the top as well. It's like this, and then my feet is like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's a suggestion of a footrest.
The overall car, the appearance of this car, it looks more expensive than the price. The road presence, cannot beat, man.
This has even more road presence than, I would say, it has even more road presence than the BMW X3. It has even more road presence than an Audi Q5.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It has that, the rear lights, one line across, the front like that.
Yeah. Oh, 200. This one is 200k.
Ooh, it's 200,000.
The front wheel drive is 182.
So you pay 18k more for the four-wheel drive.
You pay 18k more for you pay 18k more for front wheel drive. For all-wheel drive.
Yep.
For powered tailgate.
Yep.
Okay. and this exclusive maroon color.
Oh yeah, this color looks
This maroon color is exclusive for the all-wheel
It
drive
looks damn
model.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
So there are 20 different ways to display the speedo.
yeah. I know. If you
5 color, 4 designs. Right?
correct. Yes, 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 yes.
This time they do that meme that. What else we noticed? Large sun visors.
This is very big also.
Oh, the sunglass.
Oh, just now when you come in, did you notice the door handle?
Nope.
It's a Nissan door handle.
Wow, you can tell that. This one, yeah, not that padded.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of times, when it's raining like this, right? When you have a panel, it's actually quieter.
Yeah, because when the water hits on the glass surface,
Glass doesn't transmit sound as good as metal, right? So, yeah, that's my first impression, and I think you're gonna see this video in Con's channel,
okay,
I believe.
okay.
Is that or my channel?
We'll see how the editing goes. I think it's flood. There's flood ahead.
Ooh, nice flood
Okay, let me
in an SUV.
take my camera out and record the front view.
You're gonna mount it there, right? Wow,
Oh yeah, I can.
brilliant!
Mount
You can mount it outside. It's waterproof. Let's show you guys. There's flood there. We're gonna rumble through like nobody's business. 4-wheel drive, right?
4-wheel drive.
Yeah, baby.
So, but let's just hope that there are no potholes underneath lah.
Don't care lah. Brilliant. I'm gonna splash water. Oh, look at that truck. Okay,
Okay.
let's do it. Whoa, SUV.
Wow, the flood behind
I'm
sure
having
curse
a
you,
field
man.
day, man.
The flood behind sure curse you, man.
Whoa, I got an SUV. More water. Look for water. Rainy day shenanigans. And that's what you can do if you buy an SUV.
A 4-wheel drive SUV.
4-wheel drive SUV. Yeah, it keeps pushing you. Even if as you enter, you might be partially floating above the waters. There's some hydroplaning, obviously, because it's really thick. But you have other wheels doing the job, pushing the car through.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So this is the Koleos 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And I would pick this over the X-Trail.
Oh, yeah, I would too. Because it has 6 airbags.
The X-Trail got 2.
The X-Trail has... The one advantage the X-Trail has is that it has 360-degree cameras and 7 seats. But for a 7-seater, I think the X-Trail is actually a rather handsome looking vehicle.
Oh yes, it is.
Very it's a very handsome SUV.
But the dashboard inside is not as well built as this.
This one looks more expensive than the X-Trail for sure. But yeah, the X-Trail for 7-seater, you only give 2 frontal airbags. I think this day and age tak boleh lah. Not at that price range.
You know what? I would rather if my car have curtain airbags.
Yeah.
And it would be weird if one car, this new car, we want to optimize cost, and it doesn't have frontal airbags, but it has curtain and side airbags. I'm fine with that because I don't know, man. Someone hitting me from the side, I would love to have an airbag protecting my child or something.
I see your logic in that, but I think no market would accept that kind of specking one.
So the
I see your logic in it, but
the X-Trail spec 2 airbags because the law requires it too, right?
Yep.
So man, 2 airbags.
2 airbags. Not when everybody else in the segment gives at least 6.
But this airbag thing, right, is a kind of a paradox, right?
Yeah.
It's something you want, but you hope you never want to use it.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. Yeah.
I'm willing to pay for it, but I hope I'm not gonna use it.
It's like buying insurance lah.
Yeah.
You know, you buy insurance. Insurance is something that you hope you never have the chance to cash out on, because if you do, it means that you either like dead or
Yeah. My insurance agent is like, hey, no, this package, right? You get more benefits. You know, if anything happens to you, then you get 2 million instead of 1 million. It's like, what the fuck? It's like,
No, I get what.
yeah. So I was like, so this means that I pay up so that I get fucked up more before I die. Yeah, the more I get fucked up before I die,
Yeah, man.
the more payout there will be.
Yeah.
Right. So this car against the very intense competition. I have to rank this car amongst the very top when it comes to exterior design.
Correct. Yes.
Right? It looks really good.
It looks at least one price segment above.
Yeah. I think the looker of this segment will be this guy or the CX-5.
CX-5, yeah, CX-5, no
Oh,
question.
don't forget the 3008.
Yep, 3008, beautiful car. The 3008.
Water!
Oh. The 3008 has also but 3008 has a better looking interior.
You know, you don't want to cross water puddles when there are no cars beside you. You want to cross them when there are cars beside you.
You damn jibai, man.
No, I don't dare to look to the right now.
Yeah,
The guy
you
must be
you damn
looking
jibai,
at
man.
me, you know, the guy is like...
I think the you.
He looks like the kind of car where they have barang inside, you know.
Yeah. You better hope they don't follow us, man.
Oh, they can follow us into Mercedes-Benz. I hope the guards will protect us.
I hope so too.
Let's look for more water. Alright, I guess that's about it now.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.